us at WJFW.com or like us on Facebook. We are NBC News Watch 12. Howard Young Urgent Care. Better begins here. Live from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 Today, the Northwood's best news. News from where you live starts now.
Good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us today. I'm Michael Lodholtz, and happy Tuesday morning for folks just tuning in across the area after our big round of storms yesterday. We've got Devin Biggs joining us this morning. Devin, how are we looking weather-wise after a very busy start to our week?
Yeah, so it's been rather busy, a lot calmer as we start things off today, so that is some good news there. So let's take a look at Wausau this morning. You can still see some clouds off in the distance. It's a little bit wet out there still. Traffic moving along without any issues for those out at 5 a.m. already. Here's what we got. So we still got some rain showers that are starting to track through, some colder air on the back edge. So I would not be surprised if a few snowflakes tried to mix in along the UP border. If that happens, it's no big deal. It won't last very long, and the rest of the day will look fine. Now, temperatures look like this. We have lower 50s in Tomahawk, mid 50s in the Rhinelander area and in Eagle River. You can definitely play the game, find the cold front. It's right about in here. Once we push that through, temperatures will begin to fall. Here's the winds right now out of the southwest to the northeast at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. It's turning out of the northwest now for the areas that have already seen the cold front pass through. So out the north forecast today, some morning rain showers, then decreasing clouds later on. Your afternoon high temperature today will reach for the low 50s. Michael?
Thank you, Devin. And in Wisconsin, the release of one of the Slender Man attackers has been delayed. During a hearing on Monday, it came to light that if released from a mental health facility as planned, Morgan Geyser would be within 8 miles of her victim. In 2018, Geyser was sentenced to 40 years in a mental institute for the attempted murder of a classmate, Peyton Leutner. Geyser and a friend admitted to luring Leutner to a park where they then stabbed her 19 times to appease a fictional internet character known as Slender Man. All three girls were 12 years old at the time, and on Monday, the judge ordered officials to find a new group home for Geyser to go to. She was granted conditional release earlier this year, but this is the third time that officials have been ordered to submit a new release plan. Geyser is scheduled for another hearing in June. And 4 people are dead after a car crashed at an after-school camp in suburban Springfield, Illinois, just south of it. It happened at about 3:20 p.m. Monday in Chatham. That's when a car crashed entirely through the camp, breaking through one wall and coming out of another. Several people were also hit before the car went through the building. All 4 of the people were killed are believed to be between the ages of 4 and 18 years old. Several others were injured during this incident, and investigators have not released any of the information on what caused the crash, but the driver was the sole occupant of the vehicle and was not injured. And Milwaukee will temporarily close 2 more school buildings as the city works to address a lead crisis in its public school system. The district also announced on Monday that an updated plan to tackle the flaking and chalking paint in aging buildings, which is suspected to be the cause of elevated blood lead levels in 4 students this year. In total, the Milwaukee School District has announced work of at least 9 schools this year to address lead hazards. Students are being relocated while the work is underway. And on April 25th, Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan was charged with 2 felonies on allegations that she tried to assist an undocumented immigrant to avoid arrest after he appeared in her courtroom. Her arrest has sparked protests in the city and across the country. In a 13-page complaint, 65-year-old Dugan is accused of obstructing a U.S. agency and concealing Eduardo Flores Ruiz, a Mexican immigrant, to prevent his arrest. Flores Ruiz is facing 3 misdemeanor battery counts. Dugan is scheduled for a May 15th preliminary hearing. According to a criminal complaint, the members of ICE planned to arrest Flores Ruiz outside of Dugan's courtroom, but she instead brought him down a private hallway. And today is President Trump's 100th day in office, and he's celebrating with a speech in Michigan, a critical swing state that he won in November. The administration has planned to spend the week highlighting what they say are victories on immigration, reshaping the federal government, and eliminating alleged waste. But recent polls are highlighting many Americans' disapproval of the policies and have the president lashing out. NBC's Alice Barr is on Capitol Hill with the details.
President Trump today marking his 100th day in office with a rally in Michigan. As his sweeping tariffs hit the auto industry hard, Trump officials say the president is planning to reduce some fees on foreign auto parts for cars assembled in the U.S., while keeping tariffs on imported vehicles. That as just 39% of Americans approve of his tariff policies, according to a new NBC News Stay Tuned poll.
We're going to make a lot of money and we're going to cut taxes for the people of this country.
The president slamming recent polling as Democrats point to his approval rating overall underwater at 45%.
It's been 100 days of hell for American families.
The president gets higher ratings on immigration as the administration touts a 95% drop in illegal border crossings in March from the same time last year.
We are the most secure border in the history of this nation.
It's also defending against criticism over who it's targeting to remove from the country, including 3 U.S. citizen children sent to Honduras with their undocumented mothers, among them a 4-year-old boy who left without access to his cancer medications.
What we did is remove children with their mothers who requested the children depart with them. This was a parental decision.
A migrant rights group calls that completely untrue.
The moms did not feel that they had any choice in the matter. They were simply told that their U.S. citizen children were going with them.
President Trump pressing ahead with 3 new executive orders on immigration, including one cracking down on sanctuary cities. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And coming up in international news, find out the latest election results from Canada as they recently cast their votes. Plus, we'll share the details from Russia as a ceasefire may be on the horizon. We'll take you around the world when we come back.
New cars are expensive. Rock Auto helps you fix the car you have with body parts, interior parts, and more. Do road trips, not car payments.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
The pick is in.
I picked this one. I picked this one. I picked this one. I picked this one. I guess I get Mr. Irrelevant.
The pick is at American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Come pick your new boat, pontoon, ATV, and UTV from the biggest in-stock selection in the Midwest. We will beat any competing price by $500, and we give top dollar for your trade-in. It's the draft sale event only at American Marine Shawano.
At NTC, we're reshaping the way we learn and live through cutting-edge technology. Our labs span from healthcare to advanced manufacturing and beyond, immersing students in hands-on, high-tech environments. With access to industry-leading tools and technology, our students gain skills and experience that prepare them for tomorrow's workforce. NTC, advance your future with advanced technology.
Sullivan's Log Home Restoration and Remodel is your choice for log home maintenance with a guaranteed new and beautiful looking home, whether it's an interior or exterior job. Specializing in log replacements, sandblasting, staining, and chinking. Need that extra square footage? Sullivan's also does remodeling and additions to your existing home. Sullivan's Log Home Restoration and Remodel has been serving the Eagle River and surrounding area for over 30 years.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Mark your calendars for Martinis in May, Saturday, May 17th at the Whitetail Inn. Live music with Tony Ocean. Tickets available online or at the Chamber office.
Alrighty, welcome back. A much calmer Tuesday morning after some showers and thunderstorms yesterday and even last night. We still have clouds sticking around in the Wausau area and in most of our Northwoods counties too, where you will start to see that clear out of here pretty soon. But for now, check out some of the storm reports that we did have yesterday, including a tornado report south of the Eau Claire area. Other spots saw some wind and some hail, and it even included parts of our area too, especially especially in Marathon County. Lincoln County saw some of that too, some wind being reported in the Rhinelander area as well. But fortunately now we are a lot calmer. The front, at least the fanfare, has now passed through. You can see we still have some rain showers developing, maybe a little bit of snow trying to sneak in too. Not out of the realm of possibility, but most of this, if anything, with regards to that rainfall, will fall mainly as rain. But again, if any snowflakes fall, it will not be a big deal. A lot of the ground is too warm at this point, so it will melt rather quickly. Meanwhile, farther down toward the south, this is where all the fanfare is at now. You can see some storms in Missouri, Illinois, even across parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, even into Texas. Texas with a tornado warning this morning. And this is the number of lightning strikes within the past 10 minutes for this area indicated on the map. So a lot of lightning across parts of the central plains, and in parts of the Midwest. So the bigger picture is showing the system that's tracking off to the east. That's where the fanfare is this morning. A little bit of energy across the Pacific Northwest, and that's about it. Futurecast will show the rain showers, maybe a few snowflakes, question mark, passing through this morning. Clouds breaking up for the afternoon period, and then mostly clear later on tonight. And then a lot of sunshine as we start things off for your Wednesday. Maybe some clouds approaching by the afternoon and evening time frame. And then overnight, Wednesday night to Thursday, some rain showers will try to enter in again, especially for our southern counties. No big deal with those at all. Now, temperatures are starting to fall across our area. Lower 50s now in the Rhinelander area, with middle to upper 50s across Eagle River and Land O'Lakes. Some lower to middle 50s in Marathon County. Still 61 degrees in Stevens Point, but you can tell where the cold front is. And once that tracks through, you'll notice that with cooler temperatures taking place. Average high temperature is 59 degrees. We'll be below that today. Our afternoon high temperature will be in the lower 50s. Now lower 60s Wednesday, upper 50s Thursday, upper 40s Friday, then a sharp warm up. 60s and 70s return Saturday, Sunday, and also coming up and near Monday. The winds, you can notice those this morning, starting to turn more out of the west in the Rhinelander area at around 18 miles per hour, with some other spots out of the southwest at around 10 to 25 miles per hour. You can tell where the front is, as most of the area is seeing winds out of the northwest. Some gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour at times, still at around 20 miles per hour by this evening, calming down overnight, and then more gusty winds out of the southwest up to 20 miles per hour for your Wednesday. Today, lower 50s, morning rain showers and decreasing clouds later on. Northwest wind at about 30 miles per hour. Overnight, upper 20s, mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. And the Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, partly cloudy Wednesday with highs in the low 60s, some rain showers. Thursday and Friday, 50s and 40s respectively for those high temperatures. And then for the weekend, we're looking nice 60s and 70s. And Monday, we're also looking dry. Michael?
Thank you, Devin. And Mark Carney will remain the Prime Minister of Canada. According to the CBC, it is too early to know whether the Liberals would win enough seats to form a majority government, but it projected another term for the party. Carney is a former central banker, having served as the governor of both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England. He was elected Prime Minister by the Liberal Party in March, and during his victory speech, Carney stressed the importance of Canadian unity in the face of threats from Washington. President Trump has said that he may annex Canada and place stiff tariffs on the country. And Russian leader Vladimir Putin called for a 3-day ceasefire in Ukraine after President Trump said he believed that Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky was prepared to give up his claim to the Crimean Peninsula. The Kremlin issued a note on Monday which said that the ceasefire would start on May 8th at midnight and end at midnight on May 11th. According to the note, military action would be suspended for 3 days, but the Kremlin warned Ukraine that if it violated the ceasefire, Russia would respond. During a speech to the Russian Council of Legislatures in St. Petersburg, Putin did not mention the ceasefire specifically. And Cardinals set May 7th as the start date for the conclave to elect Pope Francis's successor, delaying the secret voting so they can try to find a consensus on a candidate. The Cardinals set the date after arriving for the first day of informal meetings following Pope Francis's funeral on Saturday. Many Cardinals cited the desire to continue Francis's pastoral focus on people who are marginalized and against war. But conservatives may be more focused on forging unity and refocusing the church back on the core doctrines. There are 135 cardinals eligible to participate. And coming up in medical news, learn how chemicals may be playing a larger part in heart disease than you may be thinking. Plus, find out how a group of men chose to raise awareness for male fertility in a very odd way. Your health news when we return.
Hey, it's Jeff Cecil. I'm back and getting you up and going on Wave 100.5. Listen as I give away a fun-filled Wisconsin Dells Stay and Play each weekday at 7:20 on the Morning Wave with Jeff. It's a vacay a day in May giveaway.
Wave 100.5. Our local shelters have lots of furry friends in need of loving homes. Watch News Watch 12 today every Friday morning to see a new cuddly cat or dog ready for you to adopt. Homeward Bound on News Watch 12 today is sponsored by Paws and Claws and People's State Bank.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission for real.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio. Welcome to North Country Homes, where over 50 years of experience meets your dream of owning a home. Trusted for generations, our commitment to quality craftsmanship and personalized service is what sets us apart. Step into homes designed for modern living, crafted with care and expertise. Trust North Country Homes, Wisconsin's largest retailer for over 50 years. Learn more at northcountryhomes.com.
Today we are talking on Up North at 4 about some chorus concerts.
As well as Mental Health Awareness Month and some aroma touch therapy.
Should be interesting.
Really fun.
Life, diabetes, there's no slowing down. Each day is a unique blend of people to see and things to do. That's why you choose Glucerna to help manage blood sugar response. Uniquely designed with Carb Steady. Glucerna, bring on the day.
Hey, it's Jeff Cecil. I'm back and getting you up and going on Wave 100.5. Listen as I give away a fun-filled Wisconsin Dells Stay and Play each weekday at 7:20 on the Morning Wave with Jeff. It's a vacay a day in May giveaway.
Wave 100.5.
Good morning and welcome back. A new study has found that phthalates might be much worse for you than previously known. It's showing that chemicals may have contributed to more than 10% of all deaths from heart disease in just 2018. That's in men and women and all over the world. The problem is that phthalates inflame the coronary arteries, which can accelerate your heart disease. The bigger problem is that phthalates are widely used in plastics, so they're basically everywhere. You can find them in food packaging, clothing, furniture, even children's toys. And exposure can come from just breathing or ingesting them. Experts say it's best to use glass containers to store your food, use unscented detergent, and fresh fruits are better than canned. You can also wash your hands frequently to help remove the phthalates. And a bizarre race in Los Angeles took place on Friday night. It was titled the First Ever Sperm Race. A group of young men trained and then donated their swimmers to race on a microscopic track. The whole thing was streamed live, plus plenty of people showed up to watch it in person. It was backed by some wealthy investors and supporters, a big cause. Founder Eric Zhu says that he did it to destigmatize men's health and male fertility. And in case you're wondering, the winner was a college student from University of Southern California, yes, home of the Trojans. And the Trump administration says that nearly $500 million in grants to study the transgender community have been canceled. That's according to a White House memo. It details steps the administration has taken to comply with a January executive order banning the federal government from funding or facilitating gender-affirming care for children. The memo also says that of the hundreds of research and education grants the Department of Health and Human Services has canceled, 215 were focused on the transgender community. Those grants totaled $477 million. And coming up next, we take a dive into springtime and the beginning of mosquito season. Find out how new technology might be exactly what is needed to keep yourself free from bites. Stay with us.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and receive $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all hard surface flooring products, such as vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, or receive free carpet installation. That's right, savings on all hard surfaces up to $1,000 or free carpet installation. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs at the biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Allie, and this is our family.
Are you the type of person that believes in doing the right thing? Well, us too. Here at Shoulders, we stand behind everything we sell, whether it's a camper, boat, dock, or lift, or now even one of our late model low mileage vehicles. We don't believe in selling anything as is. We want to guarantee our guest satisfaction, along with helping you save thousands.
If this sounds like the right dealership for you, we'd love you to think of us.
Shoulders, across from Menards, Rhinelander.
A hard day's work makes for a good night's rest. A good night's rest calls for a good cup of coffee. Some good coffee prepares you for the work day ahead. That work day promises dirt, stains, and a good sweat. A good sweat shows you had a hard day's work. And when that day is done, you do it all again tomorrow. And you live for tomorrow. Because tomorrow you can do it better and build it bigger.
The Menards Garden Center has everything you need to grow a beautiful and healthy lawn. Make it stand out with our wide selection of grass seed. Pick up a 20-pound bag of Schultz grass seed mix for $49.99 after rebate. Keep your lawn looking its best with Menards Premium 4-part fertilizer program. It's comprised of what you need all year long. Buy now and save for the season. Get all 4 for under $40 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Good morning and welcome back. And here we are, Devin.
Here we are. Much calmer morning after yesterday's storms.
Yeah, it was a busy day yesterday, but I'm sure all of that action kind of worked to perhaps wake up the mosquito population of the Northwoods.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure they're just itching to get out there. I saw some posts on Facebook of people saying they killed their first mosquitoes of the season already.
Chef's already killed some.
Oh, goodness. Well, this story is very important then, so hopefully folks can pay attention here. Drones are used to perform a variety of tasks and jobs in today's modern world.
In Minnesota, they're now being used to keep the mosquito population in check.
Oh, Gordon Severson has more on this.
For years, the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District was treating this wetland area near Maple Plain with a helicopter. But for the first time ever this year, they're now treating it with a drone.
Well, you do a pre and post checklist.
In Minnesota, everyone has their own trick to keep those pesky mosquitoes away.
It's called the A-Grass T25. 3, 2, 1. Lift with your back.
At the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District, their newest trick...
Ready for takeoff.
...is drones.
We did a case study the first couple of years.
The district purchased its first drone back in 2020.
So let's do it. And
then now it's starting its treatment.
After some trial and error, they decided the drones weren't just a gimmick. They actually made the job easier.
We sat down, had a meeting. It was like, well, it's actually really helping out in a lot of areas. Let's buy more.
They recently purchased 5 more, increasing their fleet to 8.
That looks good.
The flight crew says in a single day, they can treat up to 20 sites. At each site, they load up the hopper with granules.
So it targets mosquito and midge larvae.
They check the wind and flight path, and then they take to the skies.
It's flying on a predetermined path that we've already planned out.
The team says drones are great for sites that are too small for their helicopters.
A helicopter is loud and has a big swath width.
And drones are safer than using workers on the ground.
So we would physically have somebody walk in with waders, a 50-pound backpack on their back, and spreading the pellets that way. That can be dangerous, so the drone replaces that.
Right now, drones are treating about 10% of the district sites across the Twin Cities metro.
Sometimes you got to play the wind, so you kind of predict where this material is falling.
A number that will grow significantly in the coming years as the district wages its endless war against public enemy number one.
So don't be surprised if you see one of these drones flying around in your community this summer. They've added several new sites this year to keep those mosquito numbers in check.
That's kind of cool right there.
Yeah, it is really cool. Kind of another creative way to keep the mosquito population in check, because those mosquitoes can get rather annoying after a while.
They absolutely can, and I'll share an instance here. I was up at White Sand Lake, at White Sand Beach, up in near Boulder Junction, for folks who are familiar with the area. It's a really great place to head out, have a little beach picnic, go swimming. Very pretty area, very sandy, so good spot there. But as soon as that sun starts to go down, the mosquitoes just go wild, and it's just it's kind of the thing. Anytime you're near a lake or a body of water around the Northwoods, as soon as that sun starts to go down, the mosquitoes have a field day with you.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then you're getting chased inside and everything, and wishing that you had some bats to be able to eat those mosquitoes, because they're supposed to get their body weight worth of mosquitoes.
Yeah, you always wish that. Yeah, it's true. But so I see the drone footage there, and it just makes me hopeful that maybe one day they'll be used kind of more than just in the metropolitan area where they're starting out here, and we can get them in a few other spots, because I think that's really neat to be able to have a drone to kind of like map out GPSing and dropping out exactly I guess anti-mosquito spray or pellets or whatever have you.
Yeah, just don't get too carried away. Yes, we don't like the mosquitoes, but the bats need them, the dragonflies need them, so you got to keep some around.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance. You could have like a mosquito and non-mosquito zones. That'd be kind of neat to be able to map out somehow.
Yeah, just make sure it also doesn't hurt some other insects either that we do need, like the bumblebee or the honeybee, for example. So that's always a fine line you got to watch out for.
It's true, but I'm looking forward, if one day, to be able to be outside past the sunset and not be eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Well, then that's right now.
That's the dream.
That's right now, my friend.
All right. Well, Devin, what are we looking at weather-wise?
Yeah, so 3-day forecast. Morning rain showers giving way to sunshine for the afternoon. Afternoon highs in the low 50s and low 60s Wednesday under a partly cloudy sky, and rain showers are back Thursday, highs in the upper 50s. A little more coming up after the break.
Our family has been making a splash since 1989 as Northern Wisconsin's backyard headquarters for hot tubs, saunas, fire pits, and outdoor patio furniture. As the next generation, we're here to provide you with the same quality of service you have come to know. With technology and spas ever changing, we continue to learn to better serve you. We invite you to visit our showroom in Woodruff, Wisconsin to see our large selection of product. Or feel free to give us a call or visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where southern is heard as a scourging word and the skies are not cloudy all day.
For your home and your range. Bad boy. Power, performance, attitude.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing and choose FlexBuy on F-150 with 4.9% APR financing for 66 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
The pick is in.
I picked this one. I picked this one. I picked this one. I picked this one. I guess I get Mr. Irrelevant.
The pick is at American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. Come pick your new boat, pontoon, ATV, and UTV from the biggest in-stock selection in the Midwest. We will beat any competing price by $500, and we give top dollar for your trade-in. It's the draft sale event only at American Marine, Shawano.
Builder Service, we are your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko.
Live from Rhinelander, this is News Watch 12 Today, the Northwood's best news. News from where you live starts now.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us today. I'm Michael Lodeholtz, and happy Tuesday morning for folks just tuning in. A list of the top 12 communities, though, to live in Wisconsin was released with some familiar names on it. News Watch 12's Wyatt Williams has more from Lincoln County, with one of those communities featured in the special article.
I'm here outside the fairgrounds in Merrill, where the city was just recognized in a World Atlas article for being one of the top 12 communities to live in the state. World Atlas described Merrill as a relaxed municipality in the Wisconsin Northwoods region with dense natural surroundings and a history steeped in logging and woodworking. For locals, they see it as a community full of people willing to give the shirts off their backs for those around them. The Merrill Chamber of Commerce says they never even put in an entry for the city.
As far as I know, we didn't even put a submission in. So they must have little mice out there that do the work and stay here. And obviously the town welcomed them greatly, or whoever submitted it is a huge supporter of Merrill, which is awesome.
The community holds events year-round for all ages and all seasons.
We've got a great few groups, at least, of individuals that are willing to put on wonderful events, like the Food Truckapalooza this May in a couple weeks. We've got the rodeo coming up in June. We've got the fair in August. We've got wonderful events that draw people to our community and great organizers for that.
Chamber officials expressed their love for the area from the big and small feel of it.
I was a newcomer about 7 years ago now to Merrill. And I love that it's a small community, but it's also a little bit larger community. So I don't know everyone here yet either. So they definitely have made me feel at home. And I think new residents to this area too should definitely try to get out and experience what Merrill has to offer, because it does have a lot to offer when you actually go out and try to do things.
To see the article for yourself and find other local communities listed, we'll have a link on our website to the article. Reporting in Merrill, Wyatt Williams, News Watch 12.
Thank you, Wyatt. And taking a turn out to the weather this morning, we're joined now by Devin Biggs and not Buck Zero this morning. Sadly, Buck Zero is taking a break today, it seems.
Yeah, we lost Buck Zero in the storm, and we're going to have to work on getting them all fixed up and everything. So poor Buck Zero, so hopefully we'll get him back another time. But meanwhile, as we get things rolling this morning, we have clouds that are passing through, cooler air taking place too, and it's a little bit wet over in the Park Falls area, where we do have a little bit of rain falling still this morning. We still have an opportunity for a few rain showers, but otherwise, again, we'll start to see things clear up later on with some sunshine returning and cooler temperatures as well. But meanwhile, let's advance things, and that's where the rain is currently at. I would not be surprised if a little bit of snow tried to mix in, but again, if anything falls, and I stress the if part of that, it'll melt pretty quickly with everything on the ground still too warm. So I think most of this will be rain, but a few flakes can't be ruled out along the UP border. You can see temperatures are still in the 50s from Land O'Lakes to Manswish Waters, Minocqua, and along to the south, and some 40s and 30s further off towards the west. Those winds are starting to turn more out of the west now at around 10 to 20 miles per hour. And we're going to start seeing temperatures again fall a little bit more, but then rise back up into 50s as we head towards the afternoon and the sun coming out. Michael?
Thank you, Devin. And President Trump plans on imposing 25% tariffs on auto parts no later than May 3rd. This likely means higher prices. Our very own Ethan Krinke went to talk to a local auto shop manager about what effect he expects the tariffs will have on the parts for this year.
Auto Value Rhinelander is one of many auto stores in Rhinelander that is potentially bracing for dramatic price changes. Some examples of parts they get from other countries are steel drums from China that are used in heavy-duty truck repairs and rotors.
We've been expecting tariffs to increase the price on those. Haven't seen it yet. Our warehouse pre-bought before the price, so we can hold the line on the price before the tariffs went up now.
Other parts that may have changes in pricing are starters and alternators that are remanufactured in Canada. There is no expected shortage of parts, but if suppliers start raising their prices, stores will as well.
Well, obviously, if our cost goes up, then we have to increase the price to the consumer, But, if our suppliers are suddenly adding 20, 30, 40% on to the prices that they sell to our warehouse, then of course we're going to have to increase our prices.
Auto Value has been receiving emails warning of potential price increases in the future. They expect that to happen in late summer or early fall. Auto Value is not worried too much about the long-term effects of the tariffs.
I think it'll all kind of level out, and I really don't think it's going to be a long-standing thing. I think it's going to be done fairly quickly. I guess.
Reporting in Rhinelander for Newswatch 12, I'm Ethan Krinke.
Thank you, Ethan. And coming up, we have some news you can use, including a new competitor looking to enter the market for satellite internet service. Plus, we'll share the latest from house buying and renting world, which is better deal. Those stories and more consumer news after this.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
There's always something to love at Schrader's in Anigo. See us before your next getaway. Explore our expanded children's boutique. Spoil yourself with new jewelry or shoes. And find something to spruce up your home.
Schrader's Gifts, family owned and operated for 3 generations.
Alrighty, welcome back on this Tuesday morning. A lot calmer out there. Still a little bit of wet weather taking place in places like Park Falls. The back edge of low pressure is starting to track off to the east now, and it's bringing that cold front and some colder air in our neck of the woods too. Here are some of those storm reports that we got from yesterday's storms, including a tornado report south of the Eau Claire area. Other spots saw some strong winds and some hail, and even across parts of our viewing area like Rhinelander saw some strong winds. Other areas like Merrill, Antigo, even Wausau saw some hail reports as well. But fortunately, things have since calmed down. Still some rain and snow possibly across the northwestern parts of the state. I think whatever falls across our neck of the woods will mainly be rain. A few snowflakes can't be ruled out, but I do believe most, if not all of this, will be rain as the back area of low pressure continues to track off to the east. The fanfare now in Kansas, Oklahoma, starting to clear out from Texas now. It's tracking off to the north and east, and a good amount of lightning with this too. Within the past 10 minutes, anywhere you see lightning on this map, 577 total lightning strikes. So already active out there across parts of the U.S. this morning. Bigger picture also showing a system tracking to the east and a little bit of activity off toward the north and west. But for now, we're starting to calm things down with this area of low pressure tracking off to the east. There is the rain, perhaps a few snowflakes. Again, I'm not quite convinced of most of the snow. I think mainly rain with the warmer air that's sticking around for now. But again, look at the sunshine returns as we head towards the afternoon period with a mostly clear sky coming up later on tonight. And then for tomorrow, some sunshine and clouds mixed in with rain showers on the way as we head towards Wednesday night into parts of Thursday morning. As for the temperatures, they're starting to fall now. We have lower to middle 50s from Rhinelander, Lando Lakes, Eagle River, Manitowish Waters, upper 40s now in Minocqua, 40s and 50s as we head farther down to the south. 40s off toward the west as well, even upper 30s over in the Superior area. Our average high temperature is 59 degrees, and we've had warmer temperatures already, but our afternoon high temperature today will be in the lower 50s. And then we have 50s and 60s respectively Wednesday and Thursday, upper 40s Friday, and then we're back in the lower 60s Saturday. And yes, those are 70s that are in the forecast coming up Sunday and also in your Monday. Winds are turning more out of the west to the northwest now with the cold front passing through. Here we are at around 10 to 20 miles per hour, even up to 21 miles per hour in the Ladysmith area. Gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour are a possibility today. And then this evening up to 20 miles per hour, calming down overnight, but then more gusty winds on the way for tomorrow up to around 20 miles per hour out of the southwest to the south and going towards the northeast. So your forecast for today, low 50s, some morning rain showers, then decreasing clouds later on and the northwest wind at about 30 miles per hour. By tonight, upper 20s, mostly clear with the wind overall looking nice and calm. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast, partly cloudy Wednesday, highs in low 60s, some gusty winds as well. Rain showers Thursday into Friday, temperatures kind of up and down, and then back in the 60s and 70s and dry for the weekend. Monday also looking nice.